Happening? What's happening? What's happening, people? Welcome to another
Yeah.
episode. Trash talking with the old heads. Of course, this is Trash Talk Tuesdays. I'm your host, Dante. Of course, I'm here with my boy Greg. What's happening, bro? What's happening?
What it do, baby? No
Uh,
excuses. Play like the Tide, nigga.
and of course, we missing your boy Jerry today. He, of course, sometimes work getting in the way. It is what it is. But you know what he would say? Why play like a champion when you can be a champion? I'll go ahead and say it for him. You know what I'm
No, not today. He's playing with excuses today. He's not
saying?
playing like
He
a champion.
came with the excuses today.
Not playing like a champion once again.
He not being a champion
We're gonna
today,
have
bro.
to find that boy. We're gonna have to find him.
Don't have to find your ass. Hey, but before we get off into the weekend's action, and bro, and last night, man, we got to take a quick moment, bro, and reflect on a couple sports legends and their legacies, bro. Pete Rose, Dikembe Mutombo, lost them both, over the last couple days, man. Pete Rose, if you know baseball, not the biggest baseball fan other than the Yankees, but of course that man was Charlie Hustle. Got that record 4,256 hits. That's a lot of hits, bro.
Say it again for the millennials and the Gen Xers out there or Gen Zers out
Exactly, exactly. Who may not know
there.
who this man was, but
Right.
hey, but I enjoyed watching him play. The little bit I did see him play, man, just the spirit he played with, man, definitely was one of the all-time greats to me. A shame that he's not in the hall. I know what he did. It's complex issue when it come to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the gambling, yeah, and
With the
they
gambling,
serious
yeah.
about that. But man, what he
He
brought to the
still
game,
should be in the
bro, you
Hall of
can't.
Fame, bro. He
Yeah,
still should
you
be.
can't
This
argue
ain't
with
the
what. Say that
this
again,
ain't
bro.
the this ain't the Hall of role
Hall of
models.
morals,
Yeah,
right?
the Hall of Morals out here. This is the Hall of the best of the best. And if
Right.
you lead still to this day, lead the MLB in hits, you deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, bro.
And
You
Will for well, I can't see nobody really breaking it for real, bro. Like, that's a lot of hits, bro. You know what I'm saying?
4,200.
4256, bro. That's a lot of hits, bro. But that's one maybe a topic we'll get into later because I think even the steroid dude's supposed to be in Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame, dog. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I'm saying?
He's yeah, they still holding him out too.
Yeah, they tripping and Roger Clemens, yeah, but that's a whole topic for another day, man. But on the other hand, Dikembe, man, just one of those dudes. And not only did he have, the shot blocking prowess when it came to the NBA, but all his philanthropy, man, and made him a beloved figure, man, on and off the court, bro. The things he did in Africa, will always be remembered. Just really
Absolutely.
everything I've read, man, a great human being, man, and definitely a big, big loss.
No doubt, man. No doubt. It's first and foremost, let's just say his name correctly. It's Dikembe Mutombo, Maplundo, Makamba, Jinjak Wumatombo.
Woo.
That's his name, and it's probably longer than that. But
Right.
he was not. I mean, when people think of Mutombo, they think about block shots, and of course, that's what. Yeah, the finger wag.
You already
Led
know,
the
bro.
led the league in block shots countless years, 8-time NBA All defense, 3-time defensive player of the year. Uh, just from everybody who talk about him, you know what I'm saying? They just love him as a person, you know what I'm saying? So not only as a basketball player, of course, he didn't have the greatest of offensive games, but he was a force to be reckoned with when it comes to blocking shots. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He was
Absolutely.
a
Absolutely.
great rebounder. Could put some points up, but still one of the legends of the NBA. Maybe not a top
Absolutely.
100 player of all time, but certainly one of that. When you speak the game of basketball, you certainly had to mention Mount Mutombo.
Oh, absolutely. I'm with you, bro. So prayers to both of those families, man. Definitely appreciate the memories, man, and all the things that they gave us on the court, man, and on the baseball diamond, bro, for sure.
Yes, sir.
So let's switch gears right quick, bro. We have got to talk Bama, Georgia, bro. Hey, let's get into it right. That's right off the bat,
We
bro.
have
And
to.
I'm kind of gonna just give you the floor on it, bro. Because man, as we were sitting there watching, bro, I watched the emotions go through you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was on the high early on.
I
We
was
sitting there eating
reserved though
wings,
the entire
right? We
time.
eat wings and pizza, everything all good. You know what I'm
I'm gonna let
saying?
you get your shots out because you know what I said
Then it
during the
turned,
game. I said that when we was blowing them out, I was like, we certainly not playing the best that Georgia had. But first, before we get into that, let me do this right here. On beer. Did do like hero time against the wall. Little loving all night. Make a little loving, get some lines. Fuck Auburn, LSU,
man.
and Tennessee to the roof.
Y'all
My
Alabama fans don't even be
Tennessee
knowing the damn
and
words.
the life. Spend my dollar on beer. That's my shit.
Man, y'all Bama fans
Yeah.
don't even be knowing the damn words.
Hey, they be playing that shit, man. That shit be crazy. All I know is the chant. They say on beer, spend my dollar on beer. Some
That's the
about
only part that's relevant, bro.
make a little loving all night, a little turtle dove, and some about the Tennessee night. And the crazy part is the song was made by the country band Alabama, and but it's about Tennessee. It's
Right,
about being in the state of Tennessee. So that's crazy.
right,
But anyway, Tennessee fans don't like it. We love it. But anyway, man, great game. Like I said, Alabama was the dominant team in the first half. Georgia was the dominant team in the second half. And just those final two plays, well, that the two plays before Georgia's final drive that ended in an interception that won us the
right,
game,
right,
really put that game in its, you know what I'm saying, as far as its all-time greatness, really made that game what it was. Now, had we not got that touchdown to put us up, it would have been the saddest, you know, when would you have ever seen an Alabama team lose a 28-0 lead? And
right,
so I said to you while we was beating them down, when we was stomping them out in the first half, I was like, we look good, but this ain't the best Georgia. Georgia ain't playing good ball right now. You know
right.
what I'm saying? And so I knew at some point Georgia was gonna catch his rhythm. And I kept saying throughout the game, I was like, we have to run our running backs. Why are we not taking advantage of our running backs? And that was the one thing that was befuddling me when they started to take away and start keying on Jalen. I'm like, we got two good running backs. You know what I'm saying? Pound them up the middle. They was hitting 5 yards here. Then they would go to the outside zone read with Jalen. He'd get hit for a 1 yard, less than 1 yard run, and then they get us off the field on third down. And we couldn't get them off the field on fourth down. So
Yeah,
that
I
was
agree
kind of
with you on that, bro. I didn't understand, and I also didn't understand keeping the tempo offense the whole time
right.
when you had control of the game. That just didn't make sense to me. And it's like they can't get out of it. They don't know how to play at another pace. And that's not just Bama. I see that all across college football. You know what I'm saying? It's like once they go tempo, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's all they know how to do nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's that Pac-12 mentality, man. I mean, you would never see. I ain't gonna say SEC teams because the SEC off it's changed. It's not like it used
Yeah,
to
they
be
have. Yeah,
in the early 2000s up to
right,
about 2012, 2013. Offenses have, you know what I'm saying, have been more up tempo offenses. Everybody start going to the spread, start going
right,
to the RPO game.
right.
And so, you just don't see the offenses these days. But even still, you know what I'm saying, especially under Nick Saban, we pound caking that more. We up 28, 30 points. We
Get,
pound okay. We
get in the
running the clock
eye,
out.
run the ball. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Right. Yeah, I didn't get it either, bro. Like I said, it ended up being a good game, man. Like I said, Georgia, they did show some fight. So that was encouraging because I wasn't sure what to make of them in that first half, bro. They were looking awful. But like I
I'm
told you,
telling you,
Carson
man.
Beck is not that.
Man, hey, listen.
He's not that,
I don't
sir.
know what you say, what you referring to as that, but the
Number
guy can
one
play
overall
ball. I
pick,
mean,
franchise quarterback. That's what I mean, not that. I'm not taking Carson Beck to be my franchise
Okay,
QB.
so who you got as your best quarterbacks in the draft this year? Who are your number one quarterbacks? Who you got? And then when you pull that, when you say that list, can you decisively say that those guys are that much better than it? Because we know that quarterbacks rule the day now in the draft.
Right. Yeah, you know they're gonna get pushed up. You know what I'm saying? And so
Right.
it's no doubt about that, man. I don't I don't like this class, man, which is why even when they were talking about Atlanta taking Penix, they did it because a lot of the reason they say they did it is because they don't like the class coming out this year. You know what I'm saying? So they got the one that they like because they thought he was better than anybody coming out this year. I think of course, you got Shador, who I think, does he have a tendency to hold on to the ball too long? Yeah, he does. But I think he's better than Carson Beck. But when you talk about the rest of them, like Quinn Ewers, Carson Beck, what's the other boy? Of course, Milrow, Jackson Dart, Chief. I don't like many of them, Chief. You know what I'm saying? As far as being top-notch NFL quarterbacks, you may have two or three of them that's got a chance. I'll give Carson Beck this. I'll put him in the group that's got a chance to be a starter,
Okay, then that's all you can.
to
That's
be
all
a
you can
starter.
expect. That's all you
But
can
to me,
expect.
he's more of a, like I said, a bottom first round kind of guy that you sit. I think Shador can start. I don't think Carson Beck is that. I just don't see it, dog. He doesn't have the. I just don't see it, dog.
What is he missing? What is he missing? What do you think he's missing?
For me, when he's pressured, dog, he don't seem to see it. You know what I'm saying? He seems to get a little happy to me, dog. Y'all say he be throwing darts. Yeah, against East Tennessee Middle State. Yeah, yeah, he's standing there against, but Alabama put a little heat on him, and you saw what he was. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
saw what
and
he
then
was.
and they made that comeback because they, I'm gonna tell you that drive right after halftime when we got the ball back, um, we went three and out, and then they drove, and so it started like in the first half. It started, you know what I'm saying, they started driving the ball, but it took them a long time. They was eating up a lot of clock. They was
Right,
wanting to go deep, but then we was shutting it down. We was, but they was converting on fourth down. You know what I'm saying?
right,
The one play that kind of flipped it, where I think it would have been over had Overton made that tackle against Trevor Etienne in the
right,
backfield, and he slipped out of it. You know what I'm saying? Got the first down. They kept the drive, so they kept their drives going. Most of the time, you see people convert on third and not so much on fourth, but they converted five fourth down conversions, one or two through penalties. You know what I'm saying? Of course, that Trevor Etienne run, but it was a couple of plays that he made, man, and it was tight window throws. So you got to give him credit. You know what I'm saying? Even though, some of it was in due to, Bama's defense tiring out and being on the field a lot in the third, fourth
right,
quarter,
right.
but the plays were there. He made them. He made the throws. He was, when you have a quarterback that's struggling like he did in the first half, sometimes you can never get him back. So that was impressive for him to, what I'm saying, get that together. Like I said, that night, I was like, Georgia, Georgia really showed me some fight. I was impressed by the fight Georgia had. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, we was able to Jalen Milrow was able to, what I'm saying, pull it out with
Right.
that beautiful throw and that beautiful catch. That boy Hollywood Williams
Yeah, that boy
is
is
an
nice.
animal.
He
And
nice, Chief.
he nice. And you can tell he really ain't, what I'm saying, a crisp route runner at this
Right. He
point.
not polished yet. Right.
But once he get that down, if he get his route running in order, oh my God,
Yeah, he gonna
the
be a
sky's the
problem,
limit
Chief.
for real.
Yeah, next 2 years, he a problem, Chief. But like I said, it's setting up nicely. This year, set like I said, I think Georgia's
It
gonna
is.
lose two more games. That's just me. You know what I'm saying?
We'll
I
see.
think they're gonna lose two more, but we'll
Get them
see.
out of here. They're eating
Yeah,
the dogs.
yeah, we'll see,
They're
man.
eating the dogs.
Of course, y'all been wanting me to talk about my Seminoles, man. I ain't got much to say, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You
I ain't
shouldn't
much to
have much
say.
to say.
Yeah, it ain't much to say,
As
bro.
a fan, how do you feel? How do you feel as a fan of the Florida State Seminoles, one of the brick cornerstone front universities programs in the country, for
Frustrated
it to
as
look
hell,
like
bro.
this?
frustrated as hell because he don't seem to be able to develop talent, and that's a problem, Chief. And now he's got the new deal, so we can't get rid of him. So what do? You know what I'm saying? I think the answer is probably going to be they're going to force him probably to get rid of the whole staff and try to upgrade the staff after the year. When a season like this, that's normally the move when you can't get rid of the head coach.
Right.
So that's normally the move that's coming. And so I'm seeing that coming for his assistant, even though I heard they just gave him all new deals too. So, but I think after a season like this, doing what going into next year the same with the same people, you can't do it, Chief. This year has been that horrific. You know what I'm saying? Losing to SMU, Boston College. You know what I'm saying? These kind of losses, Chief.
Like, yeah. Who
Georgia
they just lost?
Tech,
They lost to
SMU.
SMU last. Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
And
That's
SMU
crazy.
looked like the better team, Chief. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem, Chief. That's a problem. So, like I said, as far as the Seminoles, man, it's not much to say other than each week I'm looking and it's looking worse and worse, Chief. I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
maybe I'll
yeah,
see some development.
yeah, man. Yeah.
I just don't see it, Chief.
I'm gonna refer back to your earlier comment that you made about Florida State deserving to be in the Final Four last year. You
And
need to
did
take that back and
and did.
apologize
No, sir, I
to
will
us
not.
Tide fans.
I will not. I
You
will
need to
not.
take that back, man.
I will not.
I don't care
I will
what
not.
they did. You saw what after Jordan Travis left, y'all ain't been the same program, bro. When he got hurt, that was it. That was the
That
reason.
shouldn't have nothing to do with
Yes,
it.
it should. Yes, it
No, it
should.
should not.
Yes,
No,
it
it
should.
should not. No, it should
Absolutely,
not.
it should.
No,
Y'all
absolutely
weren't the
it should
better
not.
team. Y'all were
We
not
we
the better
were.
team.
We'd had the better season.
You played in a you
Exactly.
played in a bad
Exactly.
division. The
You don't
SEC,
penalize everybody on the team for one dude getting hurt, bro.
but you saw what it looked like.
I
You
don't
saw
care.
what it looked like.
They earned the chance to see if they could get it done.
Nah, they did not.
Yeah, they
Not
did. They did
not
so.
the
They did
the
so.
team looked good until they lost their quarterback.
They had earned the chance to try to see if they could get it done. A
Well, who
different.
was you gonna kick out? You wasn't kicking out the SEC champion. That wasn't gonna happen.
We should have
I can
been.
see, I can see if the SEC champion was a two-loss team.
We should have been in there.
No, hey man, it's being proven over the course of this season.
Not pro. This year ain't got shit to do with last year, bro. Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that foolishness, dog.
On to some more trash. On to some more
On
trash.
to the next trash, man. But hey,
Auburn.
this not trash though. This is definitely not trash. Carl Anthony Towns on the
Oh
move.
no. I wanted to get Auburn, because we got a
Oh,
couple of Auburn
here
fans out
you
here. We
go.
gotta get him a
Here
minute. We
you
gotta get him
go.
a shout.
Here
We
you
gotta
go.
get him.
All right, Auburn wetting the
We got
bed, bro.
Yeah,
Wetting
we
the
gotta get
bed.
the Auburn Tigers a shout, man. We got a lot of Auburn
Let's
Tiger
talk
fans
Auburn
out there.
Tigers there, man.
Yeah, we gotta get them some a little bit. We in the state of Alabama. Is we
We
in the state
are.
of Alabama?
We are. But man,
Okay.
they already down, bro. We're gonna kick them while they down, bro.
I meant to say, are we in the state of Alabama? I'm not showing my education, my University of Alabama education. Some folks will say I am. you, you know, sometimes
Well,
verbalistic,
you know
right?
you're gonna take some shots with that, boy. You know Alabama rank is
I am.
real low when it comes.
I'm definitely gonna take some shots on that. But are we in the state of Alabama? Yes, we are.
Yes, we
And
are.
what the hell happened, bruh? I told you, when we got over to DJ's crib, I was like, man, I was watching the game coming back in. I had it on my phone, and Auburn was in control of that game from the moment that the rookie quarterback ran that 60, 70 yard, or however many yards it was, but he scored first.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right,
Straight up the middle on third down, just darted up the hole and was out of there. They didn't catch him.
right.
Couldn't catch him. Rookie, freshman. After that, Auburn was dominating. 21-10. They had just sacked Hawkins on fourth down on their last seemed like a last ditch attempt to get back in the game. 21-10, fourth quarter, 11 minutes to play. The game is in hand, right?
Right. You thought,
games in hand.
you thought, right,
But as the day showed, later that day and into the weekend to Sunday, it
right.
ain't ever over until the
It
fat
ain't
lady
over
sung.
till it's over.
So again, I had to, if Alabama had a loss, oh my God, I would have had to put my whole foot in my mouth. But
Oh
to
boy,
lose that game though to
yeah,
a
that was
to a
bad.
freshman quarterback without his 3, 4 top receivers, how do you lose that?
Yeah,
How do you trash ball that to a loss?
yeah,
Where you lose 27. Again, I turned the game off right after that fourth down. I was like, okay, let me get on over here. It's about 45 minutes left before game time kickoff. I get to DJ house and just, what I'm saying, watching the scores, and it's 27-21. What the
what
hell
happened?
happened?
Because I turned it
What?
off too, Chief. I thought it was over too, bro. I'm like, okay, this is under control. No need to watch this any further. Auburn with the W.
Right,
Nice win over Oklahoma. Not a bad win.
right, yeah.
Oklahoma is not Oklahoma this year, but
But
good
it's
win.
still a marquee
Still a
program.
marquee program, a good win for Auburn. I had chalked it up too, Chief. Like,
Talk
okay,
it up.
same thing. I'm getting dressed. Okay, I'm gonna run to DJ house, catch the Bama, Georgia. I'm like you, get in the car, like, wait a minute, what just happened?
What the hell just happened? I had to go back and we rewinded a little bit. I had to catch up on,
Right,
man. They had the ball. Not only did they got the sack, they drove down. They was inside the 30-yard line or close to the 30-yard line. Excuse me, in field goal range. Missed the field goal, and that was it. That was almost switch sides.
switch sides, bro.
They got to run the ball with Jarquez. They don't have Peyton Thorne has shown you that he's not a 30 times a game
Nah,
passer.
he can't do it, Chief.
He was looking fabulous in that first half.
Right,
But I started to see it start to unravel a little bit. He was off on some throws. He had some wide receivers run some wrong routes. And after that, he never caught his rhythm back. You know what
right,
I'm saying? But
right,
that just goes to show you lean on your best player. Their best player on offense right now is Jarquez Hunter. Why
right,
do you not
right.
running that guy 25 times a game is beyond me. Auburn fans, y'all got to answer for that.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's about to
Hold
get
Hugh Freeze
yeah,
feet to the fire because he
yeah,
continuously want to say, if I had a one, we had to play them 9 times out of
right,
10. Damn it, that's
right.
not how football works.
That's
It's the
not how it
best
go, bro.
is who's ever playing the best
Right.
for 48 minutes
48
on
minutes,
that day.
60 minutes, sir. 60 minutes. You got to play it,
Exactly.
sir. So
Oh, but y'all should be used to that because we've been a better team all the time, and if for whatever reason in Jordan Hat we can't seem to beat the shit out
right.
of y'all like we
They,
should
they got an issue though, Chief. It's
year
about
in
to
and
get
year out.
bad for them because they got Georgia and Missouri coming up both on the road. It's about to get bad for them, Chief. It's about to get bad for them.
Georgia about to take
They
out
gonna beat the brakes off of them, Chief.
they're
They
about to
mad.
take out years
Kirby
of
Smart
frustration.
probably been at them all week. It's about to get bad for them this week, Chief. I'm
Oh yeah,
calling it now. They lose by at least 24.
go ahead and put your money on it. Cash
Yeah.
talk.
Cash talk. Put your money on that one already. You can put your money on that one, bro.
Put your money on it.
Put your money on that one, bro. But let's go ahead and switch gears now, bro. Cause I was excited about it, bro. It's almost NBA time, bro. It's about to ramp up where we have football and basketball going on at the same time, bro.
The loveliest time of year, man,
The
is this
best
time
time
of
of
year.
year when it comes to
This is it.
sports, bro. It really is, bro.
Baseball kicking in the gear.
Baseball in the playoffs,
Right.
it's getting
That's
good,
in the gear
bro.
for me because I ain't watching during the regular season. I'll watch a little bit during playoff time, but hockey starting up.
Anthony Towns on the move, bro. Going from Minnesota to the Knicks.
Man,
I guess the
that's
question is, bro, does it make the Knicks the team to beat in the East?
well, that question would get scoffed at and laughed at if
He
our
ain't here.
resident
He ain't here.
MAGA Boston Celtic
He ain't here, so I can ask the question, bro.
ask it again. Ask it again, man. So when he see
Does
it,
the move of adding Carl Anthony Towns make the Knicks, the New York Knickerbockers,
the
the team to
Knickerbocker.
beat in the Eastern Conference?
We're not saying the N word, guys. We're saying Knickerbockers. So that's for
Knicker.
you
Yeah,
millennials
I
and
know
Gen
we're a little
Z.
country, but
Yeah.
Knickerbockers. Knickerbockers.
Knickerbockers.
Right.
Uh, they're already contenders without it. I think it upgrades, their offensive explosiveness from a standpoint of having a stretch four. I don't think it helps them defensively. He can play defense, but he does some of the silliest things on defense that you
Foul.
ever want to see.
Always in
Uh,
foul trouble.
if um, Thibodeau, if Tibbs can, you know, get this guy focused into being a more well-rounded threat other than a three-point shooter at 7 feet tall, uh, they will definitely be a serious, serious contender.
Obviously, he thinks he can. He traded for him. He played for him before.
Well, we'll, in depth, I forgot that he did play for him back, when Tibbs was coaching
Right
in
in
Minnesota.
Minnesota. Right.
I mean, it's a solid move. It's a solid move. What I don't know is how, because you know how great they were defensively last year.
Right.
So losing Hartenstein, Hartenstein Towns, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That ain't, but when you look at it in the chemistry of what they do defensively, you know what I'm saying, and how well Hartenstein played off pick and roll scenarios
Right.
with
Right.
with um with what's my guy Jalen Brunson
Right.
uh, coming off the bench.
And that's my thing. How does that work, bro? How do
Yeah,
they give you up these shots now, bro? Because
it's
Mikal
gonna be
Bridges
a
now is a dude who won his shots.
Mikal on his shots. I
It's
think,
not the Phoenix Mikal Bridges. You know what
and,
I'm saying?
and then the other part of it was because I don't know the impact of what DiVincenzo losing DiVincenzo now. Apparently and
He wanted
reportedly, he
out.
wasn't happy.
Right.
I don't see it. Like that was his best year as a pro. He was with
Right.
the Villanova boys. It looked like, okay, this is definitely, they got something.
But I
You know what
think
I'm
what
saying?
he's thinking is, I'm ascending now. Now you bring in Bridges. You know what I'm saying? What does my role diminish? I think is what he's thinking. He thinking maybe I can get to a max deal if I keep ascending. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can get to that $30 million range. You know what I'm saying? $35 million range if I keep getting my shots. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but again, we seen him in other places, and again, maybe he's figured it out. Maybe that was the
Had a
case
nice year in Golden
more
State
so
the
than
year
it was
before.
the system. Yeah,
Yeah.
more so than it was the system. You know what I'm saying? Again, he was never. I don't think he was ever trash, but he never played as well as he did last year,
Right.
coming off the
Right.
bench. In the
Right.
starting role in Milwaukee, he didn't play as well.
Right.
When he was out in where was he at before Milwaukee? Uh, damn it. Let me pull up my stats so I know it sound like I know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah, so he started in Milwaukee, went to Sacramento. Oh, he's in Golden State.
State. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. He
In
had a
Golden
nice, he
State
had an
before
okay
New York.
year in Golden State. Yeah.
Yeah. So he started in Milwaukee and he was at Golden State. He was okay, but it wasn't. And again, you playing on a potentially championship contender
Right.
then.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They just came off a championship.
Right.
So yeah, or they were in the championship. They were in the championship, but again, it was just too small ballish. You know what I'm saying? They had too many people, too many players at the same position. You know what I'm saying? With your star player, the one that's should garner all of the minutes,
Right.
probably in that same role as you. So, nah, man, I don't like that he left because how well he played in New York. But we'll see. We'll see if he's actually a true player and if he can get up to that third tier type player where he can get 30.
So do you
30
don't have
mil.
Knicks as you have them as one of the teams to beat, but not the team to beat.
Yeah, I got him as one of the teams, but not detail. I think Philly,
Second
and
seed, third seed.
you got Philly, Milwaukee, New York, Boston. Throw them in the back. I mean, I know Boston is the defending champion, but you know what I'm saying? Just because you're defending
Health
champion
play a
don't
big role.
automatically mean
When it comes to Philly
right.
and Milwaukee, health is a big question.
Health is a big question. So it's, right now I would say if I was to just rank, 1, 2, 3, 4, I would certainly put Boston one because they are the defending champions. But again, I'm not saying that they can't be beat.
Right.
Because it could be either of the four could beat them. But I would say Boston one, Philly two, uh I give New York three because we haven't seen Dame and Greek. reached their full potential yet. And I'll put Milwaukee at 4. But again, throw them in the bag. You could have any one of them finish number 1.
Right.
Especially if Philly stay healthy and be the best player in the East, no, without question.
Oh yeah, there's no
If
doubt
he's
about it.
healthy.
When healthy, yeah, there's no doubt about it. You know what I'm saying? Giannis is still up there, but yeah, I'm with you, bro. Embiid is something different. You know what I'm saying? So I got him. His skill set is just different. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Tangibles, we can definitely debate that when it comes to him, but when it comes to just his skill set, when he's on the court, yeah, he's a problem, Chief. I don't think they are the team to beat either. I'm with you. Still got to get that to the Celtics. But they're right there as far as they could. I could definitely see them being 2. I like the move. I like the addition of Bridges. I actually like that one more than I like the Towns one. I'm with you. We got to see how Towns fit in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He just
Bridges, I think, is seamless. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a seamless fit if he gets his shots. That's my only concern with them is how they're gonna divvy up those, because Brunson is a ball dominant kind of dude. You know what I'm saying? So is
very
everybody
ball
gonna be
dominant.
okay with that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With him just
Like
having the ball
yeah,
all the time.
yeah. The entire offense just revolves. And maybe that was, because of Julius Randle's injury or
Right.
whatever, because Julius got his shots up. He
Yeah,
got his shots up.
he did. He did. So like I said, if they can figure that part out, they're gonna be they'll be right there, bro. If they can figure that part out. But I guess the next part of it is though, adding Randall, DiVincenzo, is Minnesota still a contender in the West?
Uh, I think they take a step back. I, they still got Ant, but you know what I'm saying, having that, having both Carl Anthony Towns and when he got into foul trouble, you know what I'm saying, Naj Reid coming off the bench,
Right.
that was that was something that teams had to deal with.
Right.
Uh, so now I think they moved Naj Reid up to starting. You know what I'm saying?
From what I read, they
They
said they
don't
still
move
him
Naj.
coming off the bench. From what I read, that's what they said.
Well,
They could change their mind, but so I'm like, man, so they gonna start Randall and still have
that's right. They got Julius Randle. I
yeah.
forgot that Julius Randle came in that trade. So
They take a
what I
step back, Chief. I'm with you on that, Chief.
yeah, they take a step back. They take a step back. They won't compete for the 1 or 2 seed, but they'll probably be in that 4 or 5 range.
Yeah,
They'll
anywhere
probably
from
be
three to
4 or 5.
six. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? 3 to 5, somewhere in there. You know what I'm saying? The deal only makes sense to me if they just want it out from under the contract cap, because I think they owe him 220 million. I read still. So if you don't think you're gonna get your bang for your buck, I can get it. But are you gonna do something with it? I guess is my question. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, are you still making moves, or is this your team going in the next year with Julius Randle and DiVincenzo added to your bench, which is nice shooting added to your bench, but Julius, as good as he is, he's lesser to me than Cat. You know what I'm saying? He's not Cat to me. You know what I'm saying? He's a lesser. He's a good player. I like Julius Randle. He's a solid player. I don't think he's as good as Cat though.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah. His outside shot, you know what I'm saying? He's gotten better shooting it. He's like a bull in a china shop type player.
Right.
So he
Right.
plays with more force than Cat does.
Yeah. Yeah. I
He
agree.
just he don't stretch the floor in the
Right.
manner that Cat does. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And all that
But
one-on-one type stuff is
yeah,
we'll see, bro. But I'm with you. I think they take a step back for me, unless they use the money that they're freeing up to actually go supplement the
yeah,
roster
yeah,
some other kind of way. You know what I'm
right.
saying? They're not one of the top 3 teams in the West to me anymore. You know what I'm saying? So
Certainly, certainly not in my eye.
yeah, mine either, Chief. But let's talk retirement, bro. Your boy D Rose calling it a career, brother. For me, bro, what's your legacy? What's D Rose legacy to you, bro? What is it? You know what I'm saying? How will you remember D Rose?
He falls in the Grant Hill, Brandon Roy,
What could have been?
Penny Hardaway category.
Yeah.
What could have been? And it's a shame we didn't get to see him at his full potential. Those first 4 years in Chicago were phenomenal, phenomenal. And even when he came back some, you know what I'm saying, you could see,
Right.
okay, he could possibly get back to that. to that level of
You
athleticism.
you held out hope that he could get it back. Right.
Right. Like no, we don't need to see this happen to another good player. And
Right.
you know what I'm saying? When he was going, it was Westbrook and him as far as who is the most athletic point
Right.
guards, that we've ever seen. Not at the time, but we've ever seen.
Right.
Uh, you know what I'm saying? He would have definitely been um, a Hall of Fame. He was on the Hall of Fame trajectory. So it's just a shame that we he blew out his knee and could never get that explosiveness back that made him so special.
Right.
Which meant that he needed to be, work on the other parts of his game. So it wasn't that, what I'm saying, like I said, he just stayed injured. It's just that when he had that injury, it took away what
Robbins.
made
Yeah.
him
Yeah.
him. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
really,
But
you only saw it for real for like a 2.5 year stretch. You know what I'm saying? For real. You know what I'm saying? That we actually, I think, got to see what he was for real. You know what I'm saying? It lasted maybe 3 years. You know what I'm saying? Where you could see it for real. You know what I'm saying? Where he was putting up the kind of numbers where he was like, okay, that dude gonna be one of the greats. You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of sad when I think about it. It's kind of one of them things, like you said, it's kind of sad, that we didn't get to see what it would have been, you know what I'm saying, and what he could have done in Chicago.
right. I think again, I said this in one of our episodes when we was talking about Kawhi. It's kind of the same thing. Now Kawhi, you know what I'm saying,
He got the titles though. That's the difference
but
though.
see, again, titles are circumstantial. It's about team.
Still matters
Uh,
though, Chief.
you
Still
know what I'm
matters.
saying? This happened while Derrick Rose was ascending. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He
Right.
Kawhi's happened while he was on a great team already. He got his first title when he was on a great team already. He got his
But
second
I'm when
title.
I said I really just speak about the one that he got in Toronto. To me, that sets him apart. You know what I'm saying? Because we
Even
saw
then,
what he could do.
but you again circumstantial because the East was without LeBron. They was already the year before. The year before, look at it.
Oh, here we go.
The year before, Kawhi joined Toronto. Toronto was the number one team in the East.
Now, Greg, see, we weren't even supposed to get into all this, but see,
That we ain't gonna get into it. We ain't gonna get into it.
I'm not going to allow you to bring that up when it comes to Kawhi. But y'all poo-poo it when we talk about LeBron in the weak ass East. I'm not gonna let you do it. I'm not
I
gonna allow
never
you to
poo
do it.
poo it. I'm not talking about the East was weak as what I'm saying, as that being a detriment. But I'm saying that when it comes to who he was already, the team that he was already on was already the top team in the East. They only lost, so they replaced DeMar DeRozan with him. Again, DeMar DeRozan probably would have made the finals or would have made the finals had he not ran up against LeBron. So when they did win it, who did they beat? They beat the Sixers with
I guess for me, the difference is
with
Kawhi
Ben
still
Simmons.
has 7 seasons where he put up
Let me
numbers.
finish my point.
Go ahead, bro.
They beat the Sixers with Ben Simmons to get to advance to the next round to the Eastern Conference Finals. They beat Greek Freak. Good win, but Greek wasn't Greek yet. Greek was still limited by setting up the wall, and it was over. Then they beat Golden State, who was injury depleted as hell. Had they not even lost Clay, they wouldn't have probably beat them. So again, I'm not taking away from his championships. I don't want to take away from his title. And we want to get back to D Rose. I'm just saying it's circumstantial. It's circumstantial. So and my point and overall point being that was Kawhi's career should have been, for the type of player that he is, should have been a lot more fulfilling in the same
The
manner
only
that Derrick
problem
Rose,
is, like I
because
said,
Derrick Rose
he had
really had just 1
7 years.
injury.
That's the difference to me. 7 years to 2, where he put up the stats that show he was up there. To me, that's a big difference. When you're talking about a 2 year stretch and a 7 year stretch, That's a big difference, Chief.
7 year stretch. What you mean 7 year stretch?
He's had at least 7 years where he put up the numbers that you expect from Kawhi. 7 years of it. You can go look at it.
I'm finna
Seven
pull it
years
up
worth.
now.
7 years
I'm finna
worth.
pull it up now.
Yeah, put it on
So
up. 7 years worth
so the
compared to
numbers
two.
that what are the numbers to two? What 2 years are you referring to, sir?
I'm talking about as far as Derrick Rose. He really had 2 years of production where you say, okay, that's a top player in the league. 2 years.
So what about 09, 2010 when he was an all-star? His first year, he was rookie of the year. Was Kawhi ever rookie of the year? No. His
Give me
third
them
year,
stats on that
25
rookie of
points.
the year. What were them stats? Come on, bro. That
He was a
he wasn't
rookie,
that dude yet, though, is what I'm saying.
but
I'm
he
not
still won
I'm talking
rookie of
about
the
we're
year.
talking about superstar status, that kind of status where both of these players were, dog. Come on, dog. Get out of here with that. We talking about superstar status. He had 2 years worth of superstar production. Stop it, dog. Stop it.
Hey man,
2 years versus 7. Stop it.
again, uh Derrick Rose's injury happened within his fourth year playing. But
Right. And I'm not
being
taking away from
putting
I
up
agree with you
16
on that.
points as a rookie is not something to shake a stick at.
It's fine. Yes,
The
but
next year
he was not a superstar yet.
so you just count his all-star, his MVP year as a
What I'm
superstar?
talking about is career wise, when we're comparing those two, to me, it's not an equivalent because Derrick Rose didn't have as many seasons of superstar production, is what I'm saying. He just didn't have it. There's a big difference between him and Kawhi. Yeah,
Kawhi has
you can say Kawhi has fallen short of what he should have been,
that's
but the years he's
that's
put
what
up
I'm saying. That's my
production,
overall point.
right, and I get that. But he's put
That's
up
my overall point.
strong years of production. That's a big difference compared to two, is what
Man.
I'm saying.
So define superstar production. Define that. What do you mean superstar production?
What we come to, okay, so Kawhi, is he a superstar?
Yes, Kawhi's a superstar.
Okay. So basically what he does is about what? 22 and what? 22, 6 and whatever is what his production has been. So he's got about 7 years of that, dog. I mean, come on. Let's be for real.
I'm gonna go ahead and let you have that.
I know it.
I'm gonna let you have that. But again, like I said, when I'm not saying I don't want you to confuse what I'm saying. I'm not saying Derrick Rose was better than Kawhi. I think he possibly could have been had
Possibly.
he not get in had he
Possibly.
not lost what made him what he was, which
I'll
was
give you that. I'll
explosive
give you
point
that.
guard.
I'll
And
give
he
you that.
lost that early in his career. But he still came back and still played a long time after that. So it
Yeah,
wasn't a shortened career. It was a
less
career
productive
that
career than it would have been.
right. It was a career that was marked by his knee injury that took away something that he was that it's just like let's see, let me
I mean, to me, what shows that is all the years that he still averaged about 18. You know what I'm saying? 17, 18 without the athleticism.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
I give him much credit for that, for coming back
Exactly.
and being able to do that.
And
It
if he
shows
had
he
that
changed his game a
athleticism,
little
he would
bit.
have
You
been
know what
up
I'm
to
saying?
about
Right.
22, 23. So imagine if, you know, if Michael Jordan in the prime of his career, at the start of his prime of his career, he lost his ability to his air ability, where he was able to, just be super
Right.
explosive. If he
Right.
lost his athleticism, his
Right. I
ability to
agree.
jump, his ability to be explosive on, what I'm saying, his movements, his quickness. If he lost, an ounce of that, would he have been what he was?
I agree. I agree. And luckily, the knee injury he had early didn't take it. You know what I'm saying? Especially back then. You know what I'm saying? When those surgeries weren't quite the same thing. You know what I'm saying? When he had
Right.
the injury. You know what I'm saying? So luckily for us, that didn't happen. Like I said, D Rose, I'm glad I got to watch him play early on. Like I said, man, he was something else early on. You know what I'm saying? When he had that explosiveness, bro, he was definitely one I like to watch early on. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. He was a dog. He was a dog.
Hey, but let's get back to this gridiron, bro. We're gonna get to these gridiron highlights and lowlights from the weekend, bro. What's your highlights from this weekend of NFL action, bro? What was the biggest highlights for you, bro? Going from this NFL week?
So I want to, go and get into like the impressive wins, like who impressed you
Okay.
with. So first and foremost, let's start with last night. I think that was an impressive win for Detroit. Very good win. Very good win. I know Seattle seems like they may be overrated, but they offensively they not. Defensively they was
Four defensive starters missing.
that exactly. I was gonna get to that. They was missing 4 defensive starters, but still, you know what I'm saying? They was very impressive. Jared Goff didn't miss a pass.
Excuse me.
Didn't miss a pass. He completed all his passes, didn't he? From what I
Yeah, he
remember,
did.
like 16
18 for 18.
18 for 18. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? So impressive. Um, I gotta go with the next impressive win. I had to go with the Bucks. I think the Bucks, you know what I'm saying, with
Nice bounce back.
yeah, you know what I'm saying, you coming in and you get beat down like that and come back in and then you do the beating down. I don't know what is this on my phone giving me all these messages, but y'all need to shut the hell up. Shut up. But yeah, so I got the Bucks as one of my most impressive wins. I'm gonna say the Ravens, the most impressive win of all.
Yep.
You know what Lamar Jackson is, but you definitely know who Derrick Henry is.
Yes, you do.
You
Yes,
know King
you do.
Henry, and he showed once again that he's the best running back in the league.
I'll give him that because McCaffrey is injured right now.
He the if McCaffrey wasn't injured.
I'll give him that because McCaffrey
If
is injured.
McCaffrey wasn't injured, the best running back in the league is Derrick Henry.
Boy, stop,
King
man.
Henry.
Stop, Chief. It's not, Chief. He's not. But I'm
Uh,
not. I'm not going to down King Henry right now because he had a great performance. You know what I'm saying? His performance was impressive. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go over the top with the Ravens like I've seen a lot of analysts doing this week already. You know what I'm saying? It was a good win, a very good win. I think they found a formula now that they need to stick to when it comes to them having the chance to come out of the AFC. I think that is the formula. Hand the ball to Derrick Henry 20 times a game, 20 plus times
absolutely.
a game. You know what I'm saying? Lamar,
Absolutely.
get your little play action passes in, you know what I'm saying? Because this should make some of those receivers wide open when they have to pay attention to King Henry. That's the way they have to play football, Chief. Lamar cannot be a drop back 35, 40 time a game passer, sir. Well, he can do it, but they won't win a Super Bowl doing it. Let me put it
At
that
all. I
way. At all.
mean, I don't understand where they were trying to go with it from the beginning. Like, it seemed like they're starting to realize what they have
Right,
in Derrick Henry. And maybe it just took some time for them to get, you know what I'm saying, to move from a more, you know what I'm saying, Lamar heavy, and it's still going to be focused around Lamar. You
right,
cannot get away from the talent that is Lamar.
right,
But you need to, I mean, it just opens up so much more for him. It should open up a lot for Derrick Henry, and it should open a lot for the tight. It should open up the entire offense with you having a running back like that.
right, right. So for me, I'm gonna jump on the other side, bro. On my least impressed, the things on the low lights for me, the damn Jets, bro. That was ugly, bro.
Jets.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
ugly, bro. That was ugly, bro. And the situation between Rodgers and Salah that doesn't seem to be getting better. You talk Salah talking about maybe taking the cadence out. Aaron's coming back at him like, well, no, that don't make sense. Maybe you need to hold people accountable. You know what I'm saying? So that situation, bro, I'm keeping an eye on because I picked them to win that division.
I,
I'm
I,
a little worried, bro. I'm a little worried. It's
they,
early, but I'm worried.
how they're definitely not better than the Bills. They're not winning that division. That's first and foremost. I had the Dolphins winning, so we
You had
both
the
fell
Dolphins,
on.
so yeah, we
I
know they.
mean, we got Tua got hurt. So I mean, what can you say? What can you say? But anyway, I don't think the whole Robert Saleh, Aaron Rodgers narrative is as I think it was more, Robert Saleh got in there and because he knows damn well that, Aaron Rodgers is great at the
Pulling you off
cadence.
sides, right?
Right. So that's not gonna stop. That's been his MO since he was
Forever,
when he first started. I mean, it's been something that he's done. So yeah, I think he got caught up in the interview the lights were a little bright. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Probably a little frustrated, but didn't want to call anybody out.
Right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so I don't think that that's something that he seriously thought of. I think Aaron Rodgers was caught off guard by hearing it. You know what I'm saying? And he just responded the way a narcissist responds.
Right.
I
Right.
never thought that he was really that narcissistic and that self-involved, but he's showing it. But anyway, I like Aaron Rodgers, but yeah, it's I think it's a nothing burger here, nothing
Yeah.
burger at all.
Yeah. The second one for me, man, and this isn't a win, bro. The Bengals, bro. I'm worried about that pick too, bro. I'm just that defense is not good, bro.
Who they?
Yeah, yeah. Who they, especially on defense, bro. That defense is not very good. Of course, I'm with you. It's early. We're only at like the quarter pole of the season. You know what I'm saying? So issues can get fixed. You know what I'm saying?
We've seen this happen, man. We've
Yeah,
seen
it
teams start
happens.
out
You know what I'm saying?
slow.
It happens.
We've seen teams start out like the Redskins on fire, and then the wheels
Right.
fall off.
Right. Exactly. So
No,
like,
they look good right now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not gonna, I'm not
yeah,
gonna
they're
jump
one of
on
my
that
surprise.
bandwagon.
They're one of my surprises at the quarter point. You know what I'm saying? I am surprised that they're 3-1. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little surprised by that. And the boy
Of
completing
course, the way
81.2% of
that
his passes. That's
Daniels is playing,
insane.
yeah, the way that Daniels is playing,
That's
you know what I'm
insane.
saying? But again, who have they beaten?
What's your favorite thing? No, you can only play who on the schedule.
They can only play who they
You can only play who on the schedule. You know what I'm
This
saying?
is correct. This is correct.
So I mean, they beat who was on the schedule. You know, beat the
Their
Cardinals.
most impressive win was your boys, the Bengals, the
Right,
Bungalows.
right,
That was
exactly.
it. The Bungalows. But it's again
That's a
early,
nice win, though. You know what I'm saying? People expected the Bengals to be good. You know what I'm saying? So
early.
it's early. You know what I'm saying? But if he continues, I'm with you though. But if Daniels continues to play that way, which I don't expect him to be completing 80% of his passes, for the rest of the year. But if he's what he seems to be, they got a quarterback, Chief. They found their quarterback, though, it seems like. If they can get the offensive line together, because they're running the ball with your boy from ain't your boy from Bama? What's his name?
Yeah.
Robinson.
Robinson. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're running the ball, which quietly
Rod.
running the football. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part people aren't talking about with them. They are running the football. You know what I'm saying? So he's building some kind of an attitude with that team. The defense is still not good. So, but the offense is kind of covering it up because Daniels is playing so well. But they are definitely one of my surprises so far this year.
Yeah, they definitely they the surprise team of the league this year. Jaden Daniels, the surprise quarterback. I certainly thought he would struggle, but kudos to the young man. He's playing with a lot of confidence, hitting, throwing some good balls, and using his athleticism. I mean,
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
I thought his slight frame would be a hindrance. He get hit a couple times, gonna fold him up, but he played in the SEC, so
Yeah.
he's
And the way
accustomed to
he
playing with
stands,
some
yeah,
big
the way he
dudes, big
stands in the
fast
pocket,
dudes.
bro, it's nice, bro. He stands in there looking down the field to throw the ball first, which I like about him. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's athletic, he's not always looking to take off.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing I look for in an athletic quarterback. Do you actually stand in there trying to throw the ball?
The Commanders.
Commanders, we'll see if they can keep it up, bro. But the Chiefs, bro, Rasheed Rice, bro, knee injury.
So last night when we talked, they don't think it's as crucial as they
Right. That
first
could be some good
talked.
news for him, Chief.
Yeah, definitely. When the report didn't come out last night, I was like, okay, so they must be trying to get a second opinion because
Yeah.
they had initially thought it was an ACL, so it must not be, or they must not be seeing an ACL. So it's interesting to see what the actual injury is going to be. Hopefully, it's not because I think it's a crucial blow if they do lose him for the season.
Right.
But again, the Chiefs, they're going to make do with what they have. We've seen
I was
this
just about
before.
to say, let's live in a world where he's gone. Do they still make it to the Super Bowl?
Depends on if they make another acquisition. Because they're saying Marlon Hollywood Brown maybe and I said Marlon. Hollywood Brown may be back by the end of the year, even though he's designated out for the season. If they get make it to the playoffs, which they will, he could be back. If they develop Xavier Worthy, they got Schuster. They can get somebody. I think they kept some of the conversation was maybe getting Amari Cooper, trying to trade for
Slayton
Amari
or
Cooper
Slayton.
or Hop
Yeah.
D Hop. Yeah. So I mean, Travis Kelsey still there, Pat Mahomes still there. That defense still there. Uh, they'll get Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They back for some time. Kareem Hunt looked good.
Pacheco will be
So
back eventually.
yeah, Pacheco will be back sometime this year, probably late November, December, early December. Um,
The quiet for this part, nobody saying out loud though. Mahomes kind of playing garbage right now.
yeah,
Except when it matters. You know what I'm saying?
he
He just find a
listen,
way to win, but he's
he's
not. He's
moseying
not.
along.
He's not playing good football though, Chief. Nobody talks
No,
about it because he Pat Mahomes, but he's
well,
not playing
this
good football.
the last 2 years he hasn't been until it got, but they won. They got hot late, and they won 10 in a row. So uh he may not be, and again,
Defense, Chief.
not playing good football is being compared to him.
No,
Being
not
compared to him.
now. Last year, I'll say yes. Not this year. This compared to him. Now, most people, he not playing good ball this year.
He got a couple of picks, you know what I'm saying? But what he got 4 interceptions, but I mean, again, 5 interceptions, but he's still making plays when they need to be
Six
made. He's
TDs,
not
5 picks.
how many TDs?
Six.
Six, 5 picks. They're definitely not. I know that's hurting the fantasy owners.
Killing them, Chief. And let me give you his yardage for these games, Chief. 291, pretty good the first game. 151, 217, 245. Killing them. Killing them.
Again, when the plays need to be made, who
He
making
makes
them?
right. That's the biggest difference. You know what I'm saying?
So
But
where did I pick the Chiefs to finish this year? Right now, they number one in the AFC. Where did I pick them to finish?
I'm trying, did you pick them first?
Nope.
No, you said, what'd you say?
Third.
Third. You sure
I
did.
had them finishing third in the conference.
You did.
I had the Ravens first, the Texans second. Uh, Even though that ain't looking too hot right now, even though they won, they still kind of it was a struggle bus win against a struggling Jags team, but
But they
uh,
won.
they did win. But yeah, no, I mean the Chiefs are going to be okay. They'll make it happen. If, as long as they don't lose Patrick Mahomes, they're gonna be right where they was at last year.
Now we'll
Book
get
it,
hey,
book it.
oh, move on. But I agree. I agree. They're gonna be in the mix. Like I said, I got the Texans coming out of AFC. So we'll see how that all shakes out. I got one last question. This one wasn't on the rundown, but I got a quick question. Are the Steelers frauds, bro? Are they fraudulent?
Nah, I don't. I think I don't think they're the best team in the conference in their division. You know what I'm saying? But that the
And do they
three and
need
zero
to put
start.
Russ back? Do they need to give Russ a shot too? Or is that over at the Fields' performance on Sunday?
Yeah, that up until he started to perform, I was like, oh, it's definitely Russ's job. You know what I'm saying? But again, it, they're probably gonna get enamored with that and be like, okay, we're going, and then until Fields shows back up as a pumpkin. Because was that more so Fields play or the Colts? Was it the
Right,
Colts?
right.
You know what I'm saying? Being inept at what they did, but he made some good throws. You know what I'm saying? But you know what they should do is open up the offense.
I
You
agree.
know, and stop playing three because. And I don't know if that I haven't watched a lot of Steelers games. You know what I'm saying? But it just seemed like I don't
I,
know if he can
I
get
mean,
it
it's a
done
lot of
because
safe throws, and every now and then he takes shots to Pickens. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
So before they scored those touchdowns, before he scored the two running touchdowns in that game against the Colts, because I watched some of that game, they had 2 touchdowns all season
Right,
and a bunch of field goals. So
right.
it definitely wasn't looking on the up and up. So if he can do that, if he can play like he did in that second half against the Colts, then and that may be your quarterback of the future.
Yeah, and
So
that's
you
the
got to see what
dilemma.
you
You know
got.
what I'm saying? It's like you said, will he turn back into a pumpkin, or can he be that consistently? If he can be
Right.
the second half Justin Fields from this past weekend, then you got something. You know what I'm saying? I just have my doubts that he can be that.
Yeah. So are you asking that question, or are you just saying the Steelers overall are a
Just
pump?
overall, because the
Fraud?
defense wasn't great against the Colts either. I can't let them off the hook either.
Yeah,
They were
I
pretty bad
started them
too.
and they hurt me. They burnt me.
Yeah,
Had they done what they had been doing, I would have won this week.
right.
I lost by 6 points. And they got me one.
Man,
And they didn't get
Kenneth Walker did me in last night. 3 TDs. I'm like, oh, done. Yeah, but man, like I say, I want to see how they bounce back this week, especially that defense, man. And can Fields build on what he did last week? Because I was starting to believe in him a little bit, but like I said, Fields is the issue to me. I think at some point Russ may have to get back in to get a shot, man. You know what I'm saying? And
they
I'm
may have to get it
like
back.
you. Are they able? Are they going to be able at any point to open the offense up?
They
And
they
what's your
gotta see.
goal? Is your
They
goal just to get Tomlin another winning season, or is your goal to actually try to win the Super Bowl?
I mean they to be able to have another winning season and win the Super Bowl, you're gonna have to open it up some. Yeah,
See,
because
I
it
think
ain't
they can have a winning season where they can go 9-8 without doing it. You know what I'm
they
saying?
running game ain't that explosive. You know what I'm saying? It's 3-4 yards here and there. They may break
Right. They've
a
already shown you
wide
they
open.
got 3 wins now doing it like that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They can win games doing it that way, but
But who
and
did
they'll
they
have
beat?
say
Who did they
again.
beat? Who did they beat?
Right, but look at who they got to play.
They beat the
Cincinnati not as good as we thought they were.
The Browns ain't as good.
Browns not as good as we thought they were. So they'll probably split those. You know what I'm saying? So he'll get a winning season just them doing what they've been doing so far. But is that the goal? Is my question. You know what I'm saying? So if that's your goal, then fine. But if you're actually trying to take the defense and win a Super Bowl, you're gonna have to open it up at some point, Chief.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
All right, brother. Let's move on here. Froze a little bit here. Oh, you had froze on me. Okay, I
I
see you
froze
now.
up.
You back though. I see you.
All right.
So, like I said, man, it's gonna be a great weekend coming up again, man. On Friday, bruh, we're gonna get into this college football top 12. And should Bama be number one? You know, our boy who missing in action today, he got some strong opinions on that, bro, on whether or
Can't
not
wait to hear
Bama
him.
should be number one.
Can't wait to hear him.
Can't wait to hear it either. Of course, we're gonna talk a little WNBA. We don't get much into the women's NBA, you know what I'm saying? But Jerry is our resident expert on the WNBA because he's a faithful watcher. You know, he love it, bro. You know what I'm saying? He think it's a pure form of basketball. Maybe we'll debate that a little bit on Friday. You know what I'm saying? I tend to disagree. You know what I'm saying?
I tell you, don't get us counseled out here.
I tend to disagree. Hey, bro, what you always we say what the hell we want to say. I tend to
You're right.
disagree, bro. I
You're right.
disagree. I think that's all politics, but we'll get into that on Friday, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
We'll get into it on Friday, man. But thank y'all very much for tuning in to Trash Talk Tuesdays. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify as well. Got anything else to say to the people, G?
Hey, appreciate those who have subscribed already, those who like, those who have shared their thoughts and their feedback. We continue to get better. You know what I'm saying? We doing this. We making this movement, grassroots movement. The old heads, Gen Xers, but there are those that are younger than us. You know, of course, you get to hear our perspective from the Gen X generation, but we respect your opinions as well. But just stay with us, man. We're gonna get better. We're gonna improve. We're gonna continue to bring this content. We love what we do. This is, what I'm saying, talking sports, debating sports is something I've done for years,
Ever.
so love it. We love the athletics of it. We love, what I'm saying, the competition. I call it competitive debate. You know what I'm saying? So, just stay with us, man. We're gonna continue to try to improve and bring y'all the best that we can possibly bring in this industry or
Absolutely,
in this
absolutely,
environment. In this
absolutely. Hey, we out of here, man. We are the old heads, man, and we out of here, man. Till next time.
peace,
God bless.
peace. Hold up tight against the wall. Make a little loving all night.